What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Ryan Pineda Show, where we talk all things money, real estate, and entrepreneurship. And today we are going to talk about goal setting. So I don't think you can be considered an entrepreneur unless you actually set goals. Most entrepreneurs I talk to have very lofty goals of where they want their life, where they want their business. A very common goal I hear in real estate is, I want to become financially free. And to be financially free just simply means to have more cash flow coming in than expenses going out. Most people would define cash flow as something that comes in without you doing any type of work. It could be rental properties, it could be income from a business that you're not involved in, it could be dividends, it could be a number of things. But if you can have more cash flow coming in than you spend every month, then by definition, you are financially free. And so that's a common goal I see with real estate investors and entrepreneurs. Other goals I typically see are revenue-based. We want to make this much money per year. I want to make $1 million this year. And all of those things are great, and there's a lot of different ways you can define your goals, but I want to tell you how I do it. I think a lot of people have trouble hitting their goals because they're not setting them up right from the beginning. So here is how I personally do it. For my goal setting, I use the acronym R.A.I.S.E. In other videos, you may have seen me wearing my R.A.I.S.E. shirt. It's something I created. And R.A.I.S.E. stands for relationships, assets, intellect, spirit, and exercise. And what I'll do every single year is set goals in each of those categories. So relationship goals are pretty self-explanatory. It would be any type of goal with other people. It might be to call your parents once a week on the phone. It might be to spend more time with your siblings. One of my relationship goals this year was to spend 1 day a week taking my wife out for date night. It's a simple goal, but I know it's something that is tough to accomplish when you have kids, you have a job, you have all this stuff going on. So I wanted to make sure that it was a goal and we kept it a priority. For the A in R.A.I.S.E., we have assets. And assets can be any type of financial goal. It could be how much revenue you want your business to bring in. It could be your net worth. It could be how many properties you want to flip, how many rentals you want to acquire, how many stocks you want to buy, whatever. If it involves finances, this is where I put it. For assets, one of my goals this year was to do over $4 million in revenue for all of my businesses combined. That includes house flipping, wholesaling, my brokerage, my CPA firm, my education, and I'm just talking gross revenue. That's not net profit. You can have net profit goals, you can have gross revenue goals, do whatever's most important to you. The I in R.A.I.S.E. stands for intellect, and this would be anything for self-improvement. This could be how many books do you want to read? How many courses do you want to go through? How many seminars do you want to attend? Do you want to hire a mentor or an accountability coach? What are you going to do to improve yourself? One of my intellect goals this year was to read 1 book every week. So that would be 52 books for the whole year. As of now, I'm right on pace to do that, so I'm happy with that goal. The S in R.A.I.S.E. stands for spirit. Now, I know not everyone is a believer. Now look, I'm a Christian, so I believe in Jesus, I believe in God, I believe in the Holy Spirit, and I set goals accordingly. I set goals for how many times I want to pray a day, reading my Bible daily, memorizing scripture, volunteering my time, tithing, many things. And obviously you don't have to be a Christian to use this for goal setting, but you should most definitely be setting spiritual goals. And lastly, the E in R.A.I.S.E. stands for exercise. This could be anything health related, workout related, whatever you want to call it. It's just kind of the way the word played out. I would have rather used health, but exercise it was. So you could have a goal on how much you want to weigh, what percentage of body fat, how many times you want to work out a week, what kind of diet you want to get on. We all know we have to take care of our body, so you should set goals accordingly. So for me, those are the 5 areas that I set my goals in. And every year I set 3 goals in each of those. So I have 15 goals total for the year. Now, when I set my goals, I use what's actually called SMART goals. It's another acronym, and it stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. So essentially, you don't want any type of vague goals. For instance, if you said, I want to be a better golfer, that's too vague. What does being a better golfer mean? Okay, I want to shoot a 75 this year. That would be measurable, that would be time-bound, it would be specific, it would fit all the criteria. You need to make sure your goals aren't too vague and that you can actually measure them. And a quick check would be, is it objective? If somebody else were to look at my goals, would they be able to say yes or no definitively if I hit it or not? I don't know if you became a better real estate investor. Tell me, what does being a better real estate investor look like? Does it mean you flipped 10 houses this year? Does it mean you acquired so many rental properties? Just tell me what it looks like so I can say yes or no, you did it. So you need to combine R.A.I.S.E with SMART. Now on top of that, I also break my goals down to monthly and quarterly. Each month and each quarter, I will pick my top 5 goals for that month or that quarter. So for instance, let's say one of my quarterly goals is to do $1 million in revenue this quarter. That would fit with my $4 million revenue for the year. If that is one of the things most important to me this quarter, then that is what's gonna go on my quarterly goals. But the trick is I can only fit 5. If I try and focus on 15 different goals, I'm not gonna hit any. And in fact, you may even wanna only focus on 3. But I picked the top 5 most important goals for me in that quarter. And then I also do the same thing for the month. Whatever it is I need to accomplish that month, those are the top 5 things. Maybe it's as simple as we need to do 10 flips this month. If we do 10 flips this month, it's gonna get us to our quarterly number that we're trying to hit, and that's gonna get us to our yearly number we're gonna try and hit. So as you can see, you're trying to take a big, lofty yearly goal and break it down smaller and smaller so you can actually take action on it. It's daunting to look at yearly goals, but it's much easier when you're looking at it from a monthly perspective. And then it really helps you focus too on what are the most important goals to you. It's okay to have all these goals, but you need to pick the ones that are gonna push you forward the most. So in conclusion, if you want to set goals just like me, do the following. First off, get your R.A.I.S.E goals for the year. Put 3 in each category and make sure they are SMART goals. The second thing to do is create your quarterly and monthly goals. Those will be the top 5 most important goals for you for that quarter and that month. If you're setting good, SMART goals each month and each quarter, by the time the year ends, you're gonna be really happy with how it turned out. And the other thing I must add is do not be afraid to change your goals throughout the year. At the time of filming this, we're about halfway into the year, and my goals have changed. We went through a pandemic. Obviously, things are much different now than when I started in January. So we have had to adjust our goals accordingly. And my goals also changed when I finally hit a goal. One of my goals this year was to buy a new car. We ended up doing that early in the year. So now I'm replacing it with a new goal. The other thing to look at is if you're not hitting your goals, were they realistic to begin with? Some people like to set these big lofty goals because it would be great to hit them, but they weren't realistic. So make sure that your goals are going to be difficult to reach, but they're actually attainable. If you set unrealistic goals, you're gonna be very disappointed with how the year turns out because you're not hitting them, and it may have the opposite effect of bringing your morale down. I know for me, if I set the goal right, I should be very close to hitting it. If I set it wrong, maybe it was too low and then I went way above it, and it's like, man, maybe I could have did way more had I set my goal higher. And the opposite happens if I set it too high and I come way short, then I feel terrible and I'm not happy with the result. So you definitely have to find that fine line to make your goals attainable. But that's just my personal philosophy on goal setting. I would love to hear yours in the comments below. As always, if you guys like this video, make sure you go and hit that like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the little bell notification if you feel like it. And as always, make sure you follow me on all the socials and go out there and set those goals. Take care. What's going on, guys? I appreciate you for watching this video. If you're trying to figure out what kind of next steps you should be taking, we have a few options for you. The first thing you can do is continue to watch all the videos on my channel. We've got a lot of great content on real estate, in specific flipping, wholesaling, rentals, money, Airbnb, you name it, we've made videos on it. We also talk about financing and budgets and many other things that you can do to become a better entrepreneur and business person. But if you really want to scale your real estate investing business, I want you to do one thing. Go to futureflipper.com. You can find it in the link below. On the website, we have all of our different products that can help you scale your real estate business. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner or you're advanced or you have money or you don't have any money, we have a product and service for you. It ranges from downloading my book and contracts absolutely for free. We also have my online course, which has helped hundreds of people scale their business and get their first deal. And lastly, if you want to work directly with me hand in hand, you can join my coaching program. I will personally coach you and help you get to the next level wherever that is for you. Whether it's getting your first deal or building a business that does 100+ deals a year like mine. I've been all the way through that, and I know what it takes to get there, and I would love to help you get there as well. So if you're interested in any of that, make sure you go to futureflipper.com. And if you're not sure what you should do, all you gotta do is hit the apply button, and my membership director will get in contact with you directly and figure out what's best for you. So I'd love to see you guys take your real estate investing career to the next level. So I appreciate you guys watching this video. I appreciate you coming to this channel. So I wanna see you guys reach new heights in your real estate investing career. Take care.